Okay, finally, after showing you all the hard work that's involved in an initial detail, the first time ever wash of a car you just got, or the first wash of the season after a car has been neglected during the winter, that is a lot of work. It is time consuming. Now I'm finally going to get to show you how easy a maintenance wash is. What I'm going to do is start by telling you what we're not doing. Starting with the wheels, we're not spraying them down with a dedicated tire cleaner and scrubbing with 2 different brushes twice. As you can see on the ground next to the wheel, I got the blue bucket full of clear water for rinsing the brush. I've got the soft bristled brush, and I've got the bottle of car wash soap. So instead of taking all this time to scrub them twice with a dedicated cleaner, the tires have been protected, rims have been waxed. It does not need the dedicated tire cleaner, which is too strong for this. Okay, we are also not going around and opening every door, opening the hatchback, and individually scrubbing each and every door jamb, hatchback, edges, nothing. We're not doing that. There's a part that is optional after the car is washed and dried, where you can take a couple of towels, at least 2, and some quick detailer, and once the car is done, washed, dried, go through the door jambs, mist some quick detailer on 1 towel, wipe the door jamb down, and buff it with the 2nd towel, and then you're done. That takes maybe, if you're slow like me, 20 minutes. I'm going to start the timer when I get going on the wheels. I will show you 1 wheel, pause the video, go around, get the other 3, and check the timer. And then I will probably show you the wash, at least one side of the car. I'm not going to show me climbing the ladder to wash or dry the hood. This is a detailing informational video, not a comedy of horrors. So give me a few seconds here. I'll zoom in on the tire, I'll start the timer, and we'll get going. And just before we get started, all my talking will be from behind the camera where the view screen is, since this is where the microphone is and this is where you can hear me, what I'm saying. I've tried that on the one video when I got in front of the camera, and I know I couldn't hear myself near as well. So I'm going to start the timer, and I'm going to have at the wheel. Once I'm done with that, I'll pause the video, finish, and then bring you back. Okay, as you can see, the car wash soap did not foam up that much. That's because of the protectant on the tire. And it didn't take me but a minute or 2. And you can tell, probably, I'll zoom in a little bit, but the beading on the rims and the water repellency on the tire are completely intact. The car wash soap is strong enough to clean them in the condition they were in, not strong enough to damage or deteriorate the wax on the rim or the coating on the tire. I'll be right back when I finish all the other three. Okay, all four wheels are done. The timer says just under 9 minutes, which includes the time it takes to go from wheel to wheel. Set the bucket away, come back here, check the timer, and reset the camera. Now it's time for the car's initial rinse to get rid of the big loose stuff. Okay, it's about to get the initial rinse. I will show that. Don't forget, the overall time is going to include me pausing to record, as well as set up and take down of the ladder, which I'm not going to show. Nobody needs to see me trying to climb a ladder. And a few other minor details, so you could probably cut a good 5 to 10 minutes off the total time that this wash takes. Okay, there's not much point in me showing rinsing the other side off. It's going to be the exact same as doing this side. So I'm going to finish the rinse, get the ladder out, do the roof, and once I get the ladder out of the way, I'll bring you back. Okay, the roof and the windshield have been washed, the ladder's put away. I will show you the driver's side, the hood, and the front end getting washed. Then I will do the tailgate, and the passenger side, I'll bring you back when it's time to rinse. Okay, as you can see, I like to go in front to back strokes. That's just me. It's what I prefer. On the hood and horizontal surfaces, I let the weight of the mitt do all the work. I don't put any pressure on it. On the sides, I just use enough pressure to keep the mitt from falling on the ground. I'm going to do the back and the other side and bring you back for the rinse. Okay, the entire car has been washed. It now needs rinsed. I checked the timer. With the tires, the wash, the ladder, everything else, we're at 25 minutes. I expect you to be at least 10 minutes ahead of me by now, because on a regular car, you don't need the ladder, and you don't stop to narrate a video. So I'm going to start the first of the two rinses. The spray rinse, then I'm taking the nozzle off for the flood rinse. And I don't know if you saw during the initial rinse, but the second coat of the To The Max wax made the beading on the paint insane. So the flood rinse should get almost all of the water off, which means the drying is going to take no time at all. As you can see, there is a lot of water on that car still. All the beads. That's a little too much even for the PFM towel. So now comes the flood rinse. I remove the nozzle. And the flood rinse is most important for the top surfaces because gravity doesn't affect the flat surfaces on top of the car, the hood, the roof, nearly like they do the sides. So as long as you do a good flood rinse on the tops, the sides pretty much fall into place on their own, but I'll still go over them. Just check the timer again. For all this, I'm at 32 minutes. Not too bad, but like I said, if I weren't filming this and just doing this on my own, probably cut at least 10, probably 15 minutes off of that by now. Be right back. Okay, once again, I dried the roof and the windshield off camera. If I fall, I want no witnesses. I will finish drying the hood and the driver's side of the car. Cut you off because there's really nothing for you to see with me on the other side. Once I'm done drying, I'll check the final time and give you a few options once the car is completely dry. Okay, I'll be back when I get the rest of the car. Okay, I just went around the whole car. The car is completely dry. Timer is at 48 minutes. You can be done here if you want, but there are going to be some pockets of hidden water that will drip out when you least expect it, or as soon as you move the car. Your option here is, if you have an air compressor, chase them now, blow them out, use the absorber, which is a synthetic chamois. It was the #1 tool for car drying in the 80s, and I'm dating myself here. Or your PFM towel should only be slightly damp, so it will easily chase any water and soak it up that you blow out with the air gun. If you don't have an air gun, you can use a leaf blower, or else just drive the car back and forth a few times, make sudden stops to force the water out, walk back around the car, and get the drips. If you decide to wait and there's drips the next day, take some quick detailer, lightly mist it on a microfiber, and then gently wipe the watermarks and they'll go away. As for me, I'm going to pull the car in the garage, do the door jambs tomorrow, because the car's done. That's all there is to it. 48 minutes, that including setup, takedown of the ladder, narrating the video, putting stuff away as I use it. So if you do this, 35 minutes is not unreasonable to have a correctly washed car that has already been fully detailed. So that's all it needed, was a quick soap and water wash down. Let me know what you think of this one. Thanks for watching.